And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, this is the second part of my video where I'm taking a look at the 6 mini expansions for Carcassonne. In this video, I'll be taking a look at expansions number 4 through 6. Here we go. Expansion 4 is the gold mines, which comes with a pile of tokens with gold on them, and then a bunch of gold which looks like it was stolen from Stone Age. But anyhow, what you do in this game is when you play these tiles on the board and you connect the tile to another tile, you will place a gold bar on that tile and on one adjacent tile. So I could place one on there, and if this one had been placed later on, maybe there would be a gold there and a gold there. So it's possible to have more than one gold on a tile based on where the gold pieces are. Wherever the gold piece is, we'll have one placed on it, and you pick the adjacent tile that has another gold piece placed on it. When anyone scores a feature that has gold pieces on that tile, so let's say someone scores this road, they'll take one gold piece for each tile that has that feature on it. So I could take these gold pieces here as I score them. At the end of the game, the gold pieces are going to score points depending on how many bars you have. So you can see here that if I have 10 or more bars, each bar is worth 4 points. That can be a huge swing. Again, gold is a very valuable resource. So this is a pretty cool expansion that the game brings to it. This is my probably second favorite expansion that the game has. Expansion 5 is the Mage and the Witch, which comes with a Mage and a Witch. Although, honestly, I don't know what it is. If you look at this box, yes, that matches. But when the box not on the board, every time we play, people are like, the purple one's the witch, right? Because for some reason, people associate purple with witches. But the purple is the mage and the orange is the witch. Whenever you play one of these tiles that comes with this game, and each of these tiles, as you can see, will show a mage/witch token on it. You can place the mage or the witch on any road or city that's not done. If they're already on the board, you can move them from an unfinished city to another unfinished city or road. The reason for that being is when the mage is on a feature that scores, he will double the points. When a witch is on a feature that scores, she will half the points, because witches are evil and mages are good, apparently. And I guess that matters for the height difference, because this guy doubles it, this person halves it. So this is another way that you can mess with other players or help yourself out by getting a doubling of points. And so it's a nice feature to add to the game. They won't move that much if you include these tiles in with everything, all the big Carcassonne expansions, but it does add some variety of the different expansions in the game, the mini ones. This is my third favorite. The 6th mini expansion is the Robber. This one comes with a bunch of tiles that show a robber symbol on them, and then comes with several wooden little fat robbers that you will be using on the scoring board. Whenever you place a tile that has the robber, you have the ability to place your robber next to someone else's scoring marker, and the person to your left also, if their robber isn't already on the board, can place theirs next to somebody who has a scoring marker on the board. What the robber does is, whenever somebody scores points on the board, and you have your robber in the same place, then you basically are robbing them. You're going to get half the points that they've scored. So let's say yellow's here, and yellow scores 8 points from a road. Instead of them getting 8, they're only going to get 4, and I, as the robber, am going to get to move my scoring marker 4. Now, if yellow robs points from someone else with their robber, and they get 2, my robber moves with them, because those points don't count for robbing. But that's basically it. A robber is just going to move around the board and steal, and every time you put out a tile. Of the 6 expansions, this one's my least favorite because it's just not that big of a deal. It's kind of a take that mechanic to have a take that mechanic. Sure, it adds some more tiles, but these are basically regular Carcassonne tiles that don't do a lot for the game itself. In each box of the game, each of these mini expansions comes a crop circles. This is an expansion that you can download or play, or mixes with another crop circle, or you can just throw them in and use it basically as a regular one. I did not have a chance to play with these, but I do want you to note that they are in the box, one tile, so you really need to get them all for it to be worth anything. As I said in my last video, these mini expansions really change whether you have a lot of tiles or a few tiles. If you're playing with just one of the base Carcassonne games, you'll notice these a lot more. And maybe that's one way to do it, is to put them in and out. To me, that's so much of a pain. I can throw them all in at the same time and then look up one of the 20 rule sheets I have at this point in time. But let's take a look at these. The gold mines, I like them. I like getting that gold. The gold can be very valuable. Just like the traders and builders added the different resource tokens, this is essentially very similar to that. In fact, I find that this complements traders and builders well by giving you another resource and giving you another reason to score things that are near these gold tokens. For the mage and the witch, it adds a bit of a take that element to the game with the witch, and also a way to increase your own points. Nice and neat, and now that you have the mage and the witch, and if you're playing with the dragon and the princess and the fairy, and there's all kinds of people floating around the board at this point in time, it's a good one. This one might work best by itself without too many other expansions. And then the robber, which, I don't know, wasn't very impressed with this one. I didn't dislike it, yay, I stole half your points, ha 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 ha. Because if you put a robber on me and you're going to steal half my points, then I'm just going to go score something that's worth 2 points, just to kind of mess you over. And I suppose maybe that's the point of this expansion, but I'm not feeling it, I don't know. It does add another cool little meeple to the game. Anyway, those are the last 3 mini expansions. Are the mini expansions worth your time? Should you get them? Well, if you're a Carcassonne fanatic like I am, of course, because you want to add it to your mega Carcassonne game. If you're somebody who just plays Carcassonne and looking for a little bit of addition, not one of these mini expansions was as good as a regular expansion. And let's say you bought all 6 of them, I would still put inns and cathedrals and traders and builders and even the towers above these in what they add to the game. Sure, you get 6 different things if you add all 6 of these, but even together, it doesn't really kind of bring a cohesive theme and doesn't bring as cool of a tile mix as some of the bigger expansions did. But still, adding 1 or 2 of these into your mix, maybe you have base Carcassonne and you just want to, you're checking out on the online store and you just want to throw another small thing in your order, well then take a look at both these reviews and see which one of these interests you the most. There's ones like the Prince, like here, the Witch, the Mage and the Witch, which is very interactive, while the Gold here at the same time is just about collecting resources. Some interesting ideas at least, and I like the concept of these minis expansions.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!
There.